How's it going, everyone? Parth with Atlanta JDM here to show off another one of our imports. Today we're looking at a custom order. It'll be heading down to Florida sometime this week, and we're looking at a 1991 Honda Acty Street. We do always try to go for the HH4s when trying to look for these. Those are the ones with four-wheel drive and AC. This one has not been converted, as we've learned, to R134. It's still blowing R12. Not a big deal because our customer Edward was able to find some pretty cheap cans, and we're hoping the slight little issue with the AC we're having is resolved once it gets down there. But before we get into that, just gonna do a quick lap around the van. You gotta remember, these things are, again, 25 years old, and they also were used in Japan as, their little grocery getters. The 3-cylinder Keishidosha class is primarily aimed to, that door's open, Japan's strict emissions and driving standards, so these little K cars offer them a cheaper tax. This one is super clean. Does have a couple of little cosmetic things like they all do, but it'll probably be a short video. So first boo-boo is going to be right here, which I'm going to have to yell at Flavian about later on. We had a good bit of repair on the other side done, and just going to kind of be like, yo dude, you couldn't touch up that little spot? Come on now. A little bit of scratch right here in the paint. A couple scratches on the bumper, which is typical. I promise this door is not messed up. It's just not shut all the way. You do have a little bit of chipping on the door, driver's side. We did all the repairs right here. You can feel back here that is fresh paint. It's usually a little more rough when it's been painted. And probably the worst part, which again is a big issue for some of these cars, and if I can get there we go, it's gonna be the top, where it just has baked its entire life in Japan. Very common on, like, I don't know, I don't want to say all of them, some of the ones that we get our garage kept, but this is a very common thing over in Japan. Again, customer wanted four-wheel drive, AC, and that's what we got. So that's pretty much it for the outside. I can show you some of the decals, I guess. Typical stuff. Kind of fading on some of those. See? Big smoke guards, your big rain guards. First generation rear view mirror or backup camera. For the most part, it's not that bad. Inside, I'll start from the back, because one of the dirtiest things in this car, someone definitely smoked in it in Japan a lot, because the headliner was funky. My guys did the best they could to get this clean, and it actually came out looking pretty good. There's still some stuff that, again, just even with a thorough shampoo, but I mean, if I can get a before picture, I'll definitely post it, because it looks way better than it did before. It was like brown, and you could see the tar. It wasn't that bad, but this looks way better. It is a rear engine. Engine's in the back underneath this mat. I actually am going to show you underneath this mat, because Flavian got this one van, same Honda Acty with better decals, but when he went to lift the back of it, it was completely rusted out. All right, like you could poke your fingers through right here. It was all rusted out on this side, and it was all rusted out up at the top. And you can see this one is super clean. No rust whatsoever. Hide nothing. The middle seat, or middle row, in case you notice, we're not allowed to have third row seats. So the back seat, in good condition. Do have like aftermarket weather. Oh, are those aftermarket? Yeah. That's like a Subaru mat. Does have weather mats everywhere though, up front and in the back. These seats actually do fold down into the bottom of, or underneath both of these seats. I'm not going to do it because it is a pain in the ass to do it with one arm. And I can't remember, you have to start with one side, and just take my word for it, I promise. You can go watch the other 50 Acty videos I have on my channel. It's just really mint. Only bad thing, I don't know if you can even tell, takes a second, but the driver's seat is different pattern and color from the passenger seat. And we did try to match the seat before it shipped out, and I don't know what Flavian did, or I don't know if his eyes work, because he ordered one and it was the same pattern but a different color. And I don't know, it was just not the greatest. But again, trying to track down a specific pattern seat in Japan right now that's 25 years old is very far and few between. So I'm not too mad at him, but I'm just like, you shouldn't have even ordered that first one. 5-speed manual transmission, getting that 40 miles to the gallon. And then we've got, what's up, man?
That's a really cool little van you got there.
Thanks, man, I appreciate it. All right, so I had to talk to this guy. He's pretty cool. Off-roading Civic Hybrid. Yo!
Mind if I take a picture real quick?
Yeah, go for it, man. So, I'm trying to remember where we left off. 158,000. Got sweat my 357 kilometers. That's like right under 100K, like 98,000. 5-speed manual, so you're getting your 30-35 miles to the gallon. And my favorite part, obviously, the factory AC. It was blowing cold, like I said in the beginning of the video. We are having an issue with it. I personally think it's because it's completely dried up with no Freon whatsoever. Me and my buddy, I guess, were using it, trying to test the AC. And the compressor's not getting any pressure from that, just because it's completely empty. The reason why we don't do stuff like that in Japan is because their emissions standards, regulations, all that just make it so expensive compared to that, you know, $9 can of R134 we can get here. Now R12 is different. It's a refrigerant before they outlawed it due to the emissions. It's not good for the environment. And Edward found some for like 25 bucks, so he scooped a couple of cans up. We're gonna ship the van as is. He's aware of it. I think once he fills those lines up, he's going to be able to feel that ice cold AC, not have to do a full conversion, yada yada yada. And if that doesn't work, then hey, we'll just send him an AC compressor. Worst case scenario, you know. And I think that's pretty much it, man. That guy kind of sidetracked me. Factory radio, the clock that doesn't work, and I didn't get a battery for. Sorry, Edward, don't hate me. But at least I got you the rest of the van, which looks really good. Try and turn this thing on. Sometimes you gotta give these things a little love. Okay, you gonna be a douche? Being camera shy, buddy? Drove it here. The idling really low. It's an old bird. Sometimes it needs that tough love. But I don't usually do driving and custom order cars or sold cars, but I do have to get home, so slap that GoPro on for a little bit. My car does it, so I'm not too worried about it. So I ended up having to crack the window. That hurts the sound, my bad, but I'm baking in here. I even had the air on it. Like I said, it's not blowing hot, it's blowing cool, but it's not AC cool, you know? Yeah, I just drove this around, like I said a second ago, and it's solid. Runs great, brakes are great. I think 80, down to 80, 85 kilometers is usually the sweet spot, you know, where you can get going but not really overdo it too much. But it rides like a van, you know. Is the door shut? Yeah. Oh no, wait. I don't think this door shut all the way. Holy shit. Hold on. I'll fix that. Okay. Should be good there. Yeah, I don't know what to say. I mean, it's just another Honda Acty. I'm about to go up this really ridiculous hill just to show you guys. And I actually did the same hill in the Sandbar truck, but that was supercharged. So let's see what a regular Honda naturally aspirated engine can do. This hill is sus. Someone come flying up the hill 100 miles an hour and hit me with a car with no airbags or anything. Alright, here we go. Probably just gonna chill in third. Not bad. Pretty much what I expected us to get there, but maybe a little late. Ooh, part of the road is shitty. Straight, like no complaints. It's on fourth. I thought it was a fifth. Whoops. I don't know, Edward, like this is pretty much as good as it gets right here, man. Everything runs great, it just sucks that the road is shitty. And like I said, the air is like warm AC, if that makes sense. I mean, it blows a little cooler, better than when it was before I turned everything on and cracked the window, but you know, it ain't no AC, but it ain't blowing hot, so that's good too. Not as zippy as the supercharged Sandbar, but pretty much drives exactly like the Honda Acty I just posted like 2 weeks ago. The only difference is I think this is a G, that was a V, or vice versa, and it really just boils down to the trim level. Like, I don't think anything was very like huge big differences from either van aside from the trim. But I think I'm just gonna end it here, man. I got nothing to say. I just wanted to show you it driving and show everyone that it drives and runs, and we're not full of crap. But yeah, I guess we'll see y'all on the next one.